All right, good evening. Welcome back to Coastal Resin and Glitter. It's late for me. I don't generally like to be out and about after dark, but today's been one of those lazy days. Yesterday's video ended up being an absolute flop. I tried to use Ecopore and Michelle and Don's party last night. Fabulous. Next year I'll go. I just wasn't feeling up to driving all the way to the other side of the state alone. Maybe I can find somebody on this side that wants to go and we can share a ride. That would be so much nicer. And I'm not going to worry about the little wonkiness of the axolotl's eye. He can be cross-eyed. Ryan, do I have a pencil in the drawer over there somewhere that I can draw the direction of the eyelid on? I think there's an ink pen over on the counter there somewhere. You see it?
No.
Right in the middle.
Yep.
That way I can draw the direction of the eye to the best of my ability. As much as it shows. Okay. Just was watching Sheila do the Santa Claus, the sleigh, Santa Claus sleigh and reindeer is on from Temu, and they are sold out. Go figure, because I would buy it for next year. Obviously, I'm not going to mess with it this year now. But they both, Tara and Sheila, did a clock with that. Gorgeous. Project for next year. Okay, now these eyes should be a whole lot better, seeing how I got the direction labeled. Oops, I just turned the eyes the right direction. Okay. And almost should just do one eye at a time with the slant of the eye. But that would make too much sense. Okay. And then tomorrow I'll come out and we will pour this. We'll do a duck. And I'm going to, tonight, watching TV, I'll paint the ribbon on the bell, get the bell done. And tomorrow, the color for, coloring for the Ecopore is supposed to be in. And we will repour my candle that I want to make for my grandson's girlfriend for Christmas. Oops. Flipped over. Come on, let's get it right. Probably should have done these axolotl eyes separately because they kind of are separated and at a slant. Come on. Turn it around. Turn it around. There you go. And hopefully it's in the eye sockets. Be terrible if it wasn't in the eye sockets, huh? Now when I did the dragon, I found it was easier to do the eyes after I had it all colored. I just went in, exposed the eye socket, and cleaned just that little bit of eye socket, and the eyes went right in. rather than try to do the eyes first and color and hope they don't get popped out. It was so much easier. And I probably maybe should have done that with this, because I'm kind of thinking I might want to paint the axolotl and the owl. What color would an owl be? White and black is a snow owl. So I might take these in and paint the snow owl, paint the owl. What color is an axolotl, Ryan?
Any color.
Oh, okay. Can be pink then, huh? Can
Can
you put this in the where the eyeballs are, please? Oh, they're going to be a little bit of a joke when you see them, especially the axolotl. He's got a lazy eye. But you know what? That'll just make him a little bit cuter. And tomorrow we'll do the snowflakes from Let's Resin. From Let's Resin tomorrow we will do a duck, snowflakes, and from Amazon came this bell, and the axolotl from Let's Resin. And we'll get that all done tomorrow. So you guys have a good night. We will see you in the morning. Sweet dreams. Oh, good morning, everyone. I guess it's actually afternoon. Gosh, way afternoon. Anyway, I've got some things going here. Kind of a mess. I spilt one of my chrome powders. Got most of it picked up, but then how it leaves a mess on the counter. I just brushed it up and brushed it in a few molds. So I've got a few molds that are pre-colored. I want to do this in a color, and I've got I put eyes in the axolotl and the owl bookmark. Note to self: don't clean afterwards because eyes will pop out. So I have no idea. I may ended up painting these two because these two eyes popped out. So I've got a little bit going. It's chilly here in Florida today, and I turned my seed mat on. So I've got Fast Cure, tabletop, and regular 1-to-1 Let's Resin epoxy sitting on the seed mat. And that'll probably be that way now until springtime. And just kind of want to do this. Want to do the duck. I was hoping I could turn the duck inside out and do the bill, but I can't figure out how to get the bill out because of this brace right here. So hopefully things show up on the camera. I can't tell, and I don't know if is this too bright? Maybe that's too bright. I'll have to see. If it's too bright, I'll know not to turn it on. So we're going to do that first. I have got, because the resin is so cold, this is J. Dixon's Fast Cure, and I've stirred it for about 8 minutes, and I've had it through the vacuum chamber twice for about 5 minutes each, and I still got a bunch of little bubbles. I hate to pour it, but being it's Fast Cure, I don't know how long it'll take before it'll start curing up, and then I'll completely lose it. Don't want to do that. And I don't remember. Did I say welcome? Good morning to Coastal Resin and Glitter. Again, I said good morning. It's not like I just got up. It's good afternoon. In fact, it is almost dinner time, which is kind of a crazy thing for me. I'm putzing around doing some things. I've got so much stuff to do in the next week. This is terrible of me to say. I'll be kind of glad when Christmas is over. So we got into this a little bit too late. I'm going to just drip. These are Let's Resin dyes. I'm kind of liking the dyes. So I'm just going to drip a little bit on the right on the molds like we do the inks and see. Might not work, might work, who knows. I'm in one of those places today where, who knows. Great, and this one isn't going to open up, go figure. Oh, there it goes. And if I'm, yeah, go figure. And I did buy some pokers, so I don't know where the pokers are. So I could get these jars opened up, but I do have a pen here, so that'll work for right now. And we'll do some green in the owls too. I think I want to do the duck in orange, but we'll see. Get some yellows going here. You know what? What do I have? I've got purple and green going. Let's do a little bit of red. We'll have some fancy bookmarks. I do want to do this bell. I've got the ribbon painted with. That took me forever to clean. Wow, that's a booger to clean. Because there is a little saying on the bottom of the bell, and I wanted to have that stay. So I was trying to be real careful not to over clean and over that area, but yet get the letters so that they would show up. Okay, so let's do this clip here first and see if this stuff is gonna move like I would like it to. I don't know. Don't know. Okay. Is everybody else all ready for Christmas? All done? I'll tell you, this is a different Christmas. With Willow, thinking that everything is a ball. I wasn't going to battle her with having to pick up the tree every day, so that didn't work. I've got a few decorations up, not like I normally do, and some of it. I don't know about you guys. A lot of you guys have kids still at home. Once your kids aren't home, things really are different. And even though Christmas is my birthday, it's still different than what I grew up with. And I did bake some cookies last week. I got peanut butter cookies made and chocolate chip cookies made. And of course I'm eating a few here and there, which I shouldn't be doing. I did so well, I'm really disappointed in myself. I put a little bit back on that I had lost. First of the year comes around and we'll start over again. There's no sense of worrying about it right now. Okay, so that'll be whatever it is. Let's see what the bookmarks are going to do. I did put white and gray in the owl's head, like for a snow owl. And the axolotl was gold and pink. Isn't that what all axolotls are? It's gold and pink. All right. I placed an order again with Let's Resin today. I've got to get, my mind has been overloaded with so many things. I spent about 2 hours watching how to edit CapCut. So I'm getting familiar with the buttons. So some of it I was able to recognize as to where I have to go and what I've got to do. But I'd like to be able to get some music on there on occasion, figure out how to speed up when things are wonky. And well, that's not going to be too bad, are they? And I didn't put any crystals in here. I'm not sure how many ounces I've got left. The duck takes 4.7, and I've got, well, these ones, I've got 100 and about 120. So I've got what, almost 4 ounces, 30 in an ounce, 30 grams in an ounce. So I don't have enough for the duck. Darn. But you know what? I'm going to put some crystals in. I might have enough for this one. I want it to be clear. And being I've got bubbles, if I put a few crystals in there, we won't see bubbles, will we? Okay, so what do I use? Unicorn Crushed Magical Mica. The thing to go. And then I've got a treat. I'm going to do this. Hopefully it doesn't. This is something special that I'm not going to show you what it is until I unmold it. If it works. Okay. Hopefully I don't want just a tiny bit. That's probably going to be way too much. Got to get that. If it's clean. Get this going down into where it's got to go. Hopefully it. And I can't see squat on clear. Can't see squat. Okay. I probably will. Okay. Gotta be able to see this. Sorry, my head's probably in the way. Sorry, guys. I don't want to have a lot of cleanup on this thing because it's kind of skinny. But I want it to go where it's supposed to go. And this is the first pour I've made, so we'll see what it does. Okay, so let's get the bell poured. And see, the resin is so cold from it's not even that cold in Florida, but the floor. I have my resin, the J-Diction was sitting on the floor, so that's not a good thing. The floor is cement, so that was cold. Like I say, I got the seed mat going. I used that all last winter, and it's big enough to hold 8 bottles. So hopefully we will. Get this filled, and maybe a snowflake. I hate to. Oh, there's bubbles. See? Oh, I don't want to mess up my paint down there. But there are bubbles coming up. was such a sticker to paint. And of course I was doing it after dinner, dark outside, so I'm using overhead light, which isn't the best. Gosh, that is. It's hard to tell whether or not the oxalato head's full. I think hold your breath, guys. And if I was smart, I would have put that back in the vacuum pot. What shouldn't I have? I probably still could. Be glad when my pressure pot. Open the box. It's birthday / Christmas present, but I have to be patient. Shoot. Ryan, let me pick that up, please. And then if you would stand here and make sure that doesn't over bubble. If it does, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, now let's try doing the base. And then I'll come back after dinner and do a little bit of is it bubbling, Ryan?
No.
The pressure's going on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no paint in here, so there are no mica powders. This is just going to be a crystal. See all the bubbles that are coming out? It's amazing, and I think it's because it was so cold that it couldn't. Mix well. And I'm getting bubbles coming up, so I guess that's a good thing, as long as they continue to come up. We're doing good, right? These I was going to color for the oxalato until I decided to change my mind. And these things were
Bubbling.
Is it bubbling over?
Close to it.
Close to it, but not over yet?
Not over yet.
Okay, that's a good thing. Okay. I think we pop the bubbles. And do I have... I probably have enough for this surprise butterfly. Maybe not. We'll see. These things are always a surprise as to what they actually take. And I don't, when I'm wanting to use it as a
Better come
necklace,
shut it off.
I better come shut it off. All right. Now I have to finish filling this up. That was crazy. All right, guys. You should have been screaming at me. Hey, you got the lid to finish filling up. Now I don't have enough for the lid. Great. That wasn't the smartest thing on earth to do, was it? So do I empty it out of the, do I empty it out of here? I don't think it'll empty. It is, that's how, it's not cold, it's cold in here. I do have my heater on, and that'll be on now for the rest of the winter. I got it set at 74, which for Florida is chilly, but that's supposed to be the temperature within the workable temperature of resin, right? Okay, so I'm gonna clean up what mess I've got here. Put my heat mat on so that I can get rid of, I'm not going to put the lid on the heat mat because I want to be able to add a little bit more to it. Although by the time I get back out here, it might be cured already. That was not very smart of me. I'm probably an ounce short, which is what I put in, what I put in that butterfly. I started to say I placed an order with Into Resin last night. Not Into, yeah, Into Resin. And I ordered that beautiful rose bowl that Tara on Jaybird Resin did the other day. That was absolutely spectacular. And a couple of ones that won't get used until Christmas time because they were on sale. And I don't remember. I think there was 5 things I had ordered. I do have to get busy and get my affiliate link stuff straightened around. Okay. Is she choking?
No. Just coughing.
Okay. All right, guys. I wanted to get these done. I don't know that the oxalatos have enough in their ears. This will probably be cured, and I'll just have to add more on top of it. That's all right. All right, guys. I am going to call it quits for right now, and we will see you in a bit. You have a good dinner. Bye. All right, I am back after dinner. Went in, made spaghetti, relaxed a few minutes, come back out. Things are still tacky, even though it's 4 hour, it's still going to take a while. I've got 10 ounces in the debubbler right now, and vacuum chamber. And then I decided to do the duck on Diane Kapoor's buttercream. You know, you guys, I don't know if you can, Diane Kapoor's buttercream. I figured anything that I'm going to want colored, I can do that with the paints afterwards. Snowflakes, I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter to it, or a little bit of probably diamond dust, and of course these things are always in order to get a hold of. Okay. That sticky spot there on my mat from earlier, obviously. Okay, so this is a double one, double whammy. Let's see what we can get here. I see she's got a 20% off right now. I think I'm going to go on later and take my list in the house. So good afternoon and welcome back to Coastal Resin and Glitter. Sorry, I just can't forget. Anyway, I came back out here last night to unmold these things and was in the process. And all of a sudden I heard a beep, didn't really pay too much attention to the beep, looked up at the camera and it was off. So I tried to put it back on and I got a message that the SD card was full. So I had to go in the house and spent tons of time going through the SD card and getting rid of most of what was on there. So I hope that doesn't mean that I've lost everything that is on the computer also. I think that I'm hoping that what I had on CapCut as far as videos secures that and that doesn't get deleted because the video is deleted on my camera. We'll see when I go back in, won't I? So anyway, let's finish unmolding. I'll show you. I did remember I just brushed a little bit of the excess mica powder that I had spilt of the what was it? It was that scarlet one from Rolio. Beautiful color. But I had spilled a little bit, so when I picked it up, and then what was left on the mat, I actually was able to pick up and get and brushed it into the butterfly. This, that, I won't unmold because there's only just a little bit in the bottom, but it gave a pretty hue, pink hue to these bows. I don't think you can see it in here. Maybe I'm going to turn that off and see if I get enough of it. If that is just too much light. Just see how pretty those are. So got some bows there, and I'll leave those back here so they can finish curing before I just throw them in a pot. And I also started to unmold my, let's finish this. Here's the little butterfly. Pretty thing. Very pretty. The brushed on went on the flowers. And I do make them thin when I want to make them possibly a brooch. It's a little bit of overgrowth, not overgrowth, the sharp edge on the back. So I'll have to fix that so it isn't sharp for a necklace. So that one is done. That one we're not doing. I did start to unmold the axolotl and the owl bookmarks, and as much as I figured, the owl that lost his eye looks like he lost an eye. I will have to paint the eyes on that, but actually, it didn't turn out bad. There's no bubbles along even the edge of the bookmark, and I do really like the fact that they're thinner than the other bookmarks. And but I think I might just paint one eye and make it like he's got a patch over his eye. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll paint it like there's a patch over his eye. That was kind of cute. And then the axolotl looks like it got into a fight and got one eye kind of knocked out of shape and his nose bent. So, yeah. But he's cute. And let's look at these. Okay, I do like putting the little glass eyes in these things. Yeah, but I think that they're probably supposed to be all black. I don't know. we'll see. But I like the blue-eyed owl. And using the dyes, it is a little bit darker than the inks, but I think it colored up quite well. So there's that one, and then here's the oxalato. Eyes aren't bad, but they're cute. They are cute with the glass eyes in there. And again, the same color. And he's got a little bit of spillage that I'll have to clean up. No big deal. So we got that done. And then my bell. Love this bell. You remember I put the top into the pressure pot, not the pressure pot, the vacuum pot to debubble, because I was afraid I was going to get bubbles up in the bow. So a little bit of my mica did float into the clear. So it's a little bit of a cast to it. Not much. It's hard to, not much, but a little bit of a cast. I think the next time I do that, I make sure that I'll just get the resin into the bottom part of the bow, not into the top part. But look at how cute this is. Isn't that so cute? And see, the saying on the back of this it says love forever. I don't know if you can read that. It says love forever. That's on the back of the bell. Gorgeous bell. And I had a little bit of underpour here. I could have put a little bit more in. I got that cleaned up. And I did have a little bit of excess overpour. I still have to clean it up a little bit. But very pretty. I do have to figure out how to, I want to make a plug so that we get this a little bit opening down here. Now I do have on Amazon, and I don't remember the name of the balls. Let me see if I can read it. I keep coming out here without glasses on. If you go and look for silicone balls, you'll get all from the size of a marble up to the big ball, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here, 1 and 1. And I'm thinking, and what they did, let's see, I wasn't even showing. Gotta remember to get underneath the camera. These are the silicone balls that I got from Amazon. Now, this has a video on how to use them, and they're tight. I mean, I've tried to wonder how I'm going to get it out, but I'm, like everything else, we managed to do it. But I'm thinking what they do is they use these to make an indentation in the top of jars. So you're not using so much resin, and it gives a little bit of less weight to the top of the jars. But I'm wondering if this might do it. And what they do is they turn them inside out, and I don't know why inside out. That's just what they showed that you do. You turn them right inside out, and then you put your resin in your lid, and hopefully get it to the right spot, and then you put this down, swish it around so that it's getting good, and then you set this in there, and so it's supposed to just sit there. Now this might be, I guess I'll try it. Doesn't hurt to try this one. This one might be a little bit big, but it's deep enough. But see, the sides go right to which I mean could be. The sides go right to the edge of the lid, and it'll go down maybe half of the ball, which will mean, whoops, it'll go down about half of the ball, about to there, which will mean that it'll be hollow to about here on the bell. So that's what next time I'm going to do that, and they're showing that that's a good way to use these balls. Is again, you turn them inside out, and according to the video, if you go and find them, sorry, I don't remember the name, and it doesn't show up had my glasses on, I might be able to read it. It's 3D sphere. Something made in China, of course. They're balls. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So they go from marble size up to the big size, and they use these for the hollowing out of lids. Anyway, what I was getting at is there's 2 videos of how to use these. The first video shows how to do the insert, but I'd also like to figure out how to make a plug to it. And I'm wondering if, I don't know. I thought Tara on Jaybird said that a plug came with one of them, whether it be this one or the one from Into Resin, which I do have the one to Into Resin ordered also, which is a crystal one. So we'll see if that comes with a plug. I don't see it. It doesn't say 3-piece, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do a plug for that. And then, okay, before we get too far, and the paper clip. It turned out pretty good. Kind of cute. Big paper clip. It's obviously, it's still, there's one little bubble right there. Darn. 2. One right there and one right there. It's really tiny. You don't even see it until you run your fingernail across it. And you can see them. But they turned out cute. So I've got, and that of course will have to be flat until it completely cures after a couple of weeks. And then comes the snowflakes. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous, but that was a bugger to get out. And I decided to wait till today when it was maybe a little bit hot, cured. I put the heat mat on last night after I left and see if it cured more. And I'm finding that if I can break loose the overspill, then maybe it's not so bad, but it's breaking the overspill that kind of is the rough part. Not the easiest thing to, and this of course was the first time I poured it, so I was doing it at night. My eyeballs aren't that good at night to see what's going on, and even with the light, ouch. See the overfill. If you get the overfill off, it seems like it comes off easier. The kick is to break loose the overage. Then that loosens up the rest of the. See, I had quite a bit of this one went to go over, and then I pulled some out, and it's not overfilled now, but it did spill out in the beginning. See, this one has. So let's see if we can get them out now. Okay. So the trick is to get the overspill out, or don't get an overspill to begin with. And to be honest, I probably will be doing snowflakes as an extra on the side all year long, just to have enough to have on that I'm not just doing snowflakes come Christmas time. See, and this was just clear, obviously. It has got a little tiny bit of diamond dust in it. So that one didn't turn out too bad. That wasn't too hard. It wasn't as hard as that first one was last night, but it wasn't completely cured hard. So I was dealing with that. But I don't know how to get, Michelle from Glitz and Glitter, she showed us that these have their own little hole makers, and somebody keeps messaging me. Excuse me 1 second so I make sure that it's nothing important. Well, just my son walking through the living room, or my grandson. That these things, two of these have three of them. They all have their own little hole maker. Do I have to cut them out? Because I couldn't get it to just pop out. Wouldn't pop out in place. So, and I hated to really take an X-Acto knife and cut on it. So I'll have to pay attention.
You hear somebody at the door.
Oh, who's at the door?
I don't know, some black truck.
Be right back, guys.